to one more Facebook live session. Me, Dr. Suhail, along with me,
Dr. Gautam. So we are physical therapists, and today we will discuss regarding the osteoporosis.
What actually osteoporosis is? It is a condition where there is a decrease in bone density. Because of that, your bones they become weak. Once your bones are weak, they get fragile. Once they are fragile, and you are more prone to fractures. And there are two types of osteoporosis. That is, one is primary and another one is secondary. Primary osteoporosis is because of your age, and secondary is because of your other medical conditions.
Yeah, so as Dr. Sohail already mentioned, today we are discussing regarding osteoporosis. You can say it is also, in simple term, it's like bone health. How is your bone health? We will discuss about that. So there are two varieties of osteoporosis. One is age-related, as Dr. Sohail already mentioned. Second is some disease-related. So it can be your bone become porous or it is weak, and it can easy to break with even a simple stress or just sudden jerk anything. So it can break very easily. That is the osteoporosis about we will discuss today. So primary, when you are at beyond 50 age, there is high chances of
That
osteoporosis. Yeah, that your bone
fractured.
is porous,
Yes.
or it can easily get fractured.
Fracture.
So secondary cause is like due to disease. If you have any disease, metabolic disease,
Diabetes,
yeah, like diabetes or
thyroid,
or
any other medical
any other
conditions.
gastrointestinal problem. So in those cases also, it can progress to further osteoporosis. So,
So next will be the risk factors. What are the risk factors for osteoporosis? There are many risk factors. Usually one is age. That means with the age, your osteoporosis, your chances of breaking the bones are more. That means usually after the person, when you cross certain age like plus 50, you have a more chances that you may get osteoporosis.
Yeah, so uh, as we are talking about osteoporosis, in osteoporosis, we have the research data, and we have seen that females are more prone to this osteoporosis than men. So there is a change of scenario, like you can say females are more sufferer here in osteoporosis problem.
One more is that if you are diabetic, you have a more or maximum chances that you may get osteoporosis. Your bones may become weak. And another one is if you are alcoholic, if you alcohol or smoke a lot, you have a chances that you may get osteoporosis.
True. So there are so many risk factors as we are discussing together. So like Dr. Sohail already mentioned, is then obviously there is gender and their alcoholic history or type 1 diabetes. And other, you can say other risk factors are if your low body mass index, if your body weight is less.
Yes.
If it is lower side, then again
You
high
have chances of osteoporosis.
osteoporosis. So, and is there any other risk factor also where somebody having previous history of fracture, let's say
Yes.
hip or spine?
If you have previous history of like fractures like spine or bone or a knee or a hip, you have a chances that you may get osteoporosis.
So in later, higher age
yes,
side,
later stage of
then we have chances that we can have, osteoporotic side. Okay, other risk factor, if we see if somebody is taking a, undergoing treatment of glucose steroids, any steroid
Steroids,
therapy for more than 3 months around.
Yes.
So that can again aggravate or cause later the problem of osteoporosis.
One more thing is prolonged immobility. Prolonged immobility means that suppose if you have fracture, any person he met with an accident, he had a fracture. So he'll be immobilized for a long time. The doctor may advise him to bed rest for 2 or 3 months, or he may do the less of exercises. If he is a prolonged immobility, there are the chances that he may have osteoporosis or he may get osteoporosis.
So, other risk factor, as we can see,
Chronic liver disease is
liver
one more.
disease. Yes.
risk factor for your osteoporosis.
Yes. And is there anything like
Chronic
COPD?
obstructive pulmonary disease also.
Okay, in that case also we can have osteoporosis. Oh, okay. And if there any frequent falling history, that also a risk factor itself that you can further progress or you can have osteoporosis. Okay. So
Even if you are frequent fall, suppose if a person is elderly, if he's a plus 40 or 50, even 70, they have the chances that they can have more frequent falls. They have the chances that they may get a osteoporosis.
okay, so frequent fall is again a risk factor.
Yes.
And how we test this osteoporosis?
We have that is a DEXA scan. Usually we do the DEXA scan. That's the best investigation or best diagnostic procedure for your osteoporosis. With the help of that, we see whether you have a osteoporosis or not. It has a Dr. Gautam will say it has a
So,
score
like
and
Dr. Sohail already mentioned, there is a method where we test, or the test is done to rule out or to diagnose whether you are having osteoporotic bones or not. The test is called DEXA scan test.
yes, DEXA scan test.
So there, it's a kind of X-ray only, where you get the T scoring value.
Where you see the how dense your bone is, density of your bone. Where we check density of your bone.
Density of the bone, yes.
Yeah.
So we get T scoring there. In that T scoring, there are different values are given. So just to understand how those values are. So if there is a suppose if I get scan and I get -1 scoring
Score,
of
yeah.
T value, that means I'm at the normal side. There is no consideration of
Osteoporosis. Yes.
Okay. So if there is a scoring of -1.1 to 2.4,
2.4. Yes.
that means I'm on a verge of that is osteopenia.
Osteopenia. That is the early stage of your osteoporosis.
Okay. Okay. So if the scoring, the T scoring comes somewhere around
Minus
-2.5 below,
Below.
so that's
Minus 2.5 and below.
below. So that's a high risk
Of your osteoporosis.
and ultimately you can say high risk of fracture.
Yes.
So since the bone is weak, so it can fracture very easily with just minimal stress. Okay. So we talk about the risk factor. We said what is osteoporosis. We talk about the risk factors.
Risk factors.
We talk about the how we test it. Now the next what we can discuss is
Diet and
how to improve this this condition. How we can improve
diet
the
and
condition.
supplements. Yes.
Diet and supplements. So what diet you
We usually recommend calcium and vitamin D. That is the best diet to prevent your osteoporosis.
So what should we take to increase the calcium?
Calcium you can take. Usually we see the calcium in the dairy products like milk, cheese, or you can say
So,
green leafy vegetables you can take in order to prevent your osteoporosis.
Okay.
And you can even take vitamin D.
Okay, vitamin D. So
D.
vitamin D is also very important here if we talk about the osteoporosis, because the calcium absorption is also determined by vitamin D. So the vitamin D is also very essential. How we get vitamin D source? Any you can say food item?
You can vitamin D. You can you can take like fish, cod liver, oil, mushroom. These are the very rich in vitamin D.
Vitamin D. Okay, so that means we have to take well balanced diet.
Yes.
That should consist of calcium and vitamin D.
D.
Okay, if somebody is still lacking in suppose this in food items, so what do you recommend? So,
They should consult a physician
okay.
because they may need to take medicines. According to DEXA scan, his doctor will recommend his medicines for him.
For the calcium and vitamin
Yes,
D.
for the calcium and vitamin D.
So the
Yes.
supplements will be required in that
Supplements will be definitely required.
case. Okay. Okay. So these are the diet and the supplements which is required to improve the osteoporotic condition. So as Dr. Sohail said, calcium and vitamin D are very important in this case. So we have to be careful. We don't take we should not take oversight. We have
Yes.
to consult physician regarding
Physician
this.
before
Your-
taking
any supplement.
supplements.
Any
Yes.
supplement. Okay.
So next is your exercises.
So to improve the osteoporosis, Dr. Sohail, you will tell us the exercises which is required for this osteoporosis
Yes.
condition.
Actually, exercises, we being a physical therapist, will be telling you in the detail what all the exercises you need if you have a osteoporosis. So there are three types of exercise usually. One is called, that is weight bearing exercises, and another one is balance exercises. Because due to osteoporosis, due to your weak bones, you can have a frequent falls. You have a balance training for that, and you can have resisted training. Resisted training, you can use TheraBand, you can use for that. You can use weights for that, and you can do machines at the gym.
Okay. So to improve osteoporosis, we need some exercise, guided exercise,
Yes.
or some free exercise, or some very basic exercise
Basic
to improve
exercise.
the bone health or bone quality. So, is there anything that I can do, any exercise, actually, which can improve my bone health,
Yes.
or there are some specific
There
exercises?
are many exercises that is for both your upper limb, for your upper body and lower body also, which we will tell you in the detail. And one more is there, that walking. Walking is highly recommended if you have osteoporosis. Usually, you should walk about 20 to 30 minutes, 4 or 5 times a week.
So that can improve our
Yes,
bone health.
Yes.
Okay, so we have, as Dr. Sohail already mentioned, walking is a good exercise to increase your bone health. So walking duration also, Dr. Sohail mentioned, be like 20 to 25 or 30 minutes. But we have to keep this in mind, not in a long stretch. Since your bones are porous, it is still weak, you are in the process. You have to take this walk like in a 5 minutes walk, then rest, then again walk in.
Yes, it is important for you guys, so that you should always do exercise under physical therapist, or under the supervision, or under the guidance of physical therapist, because there are particular some exercises which are required for your bone health. It is not that you can do each and every exercise. So before doing exercises, it is better you should always consult physical therapist for your
beginning of these exercises.
exercise.
Yeah, that's true, because what I feel is, suppose your like your bones are porous, or let's say your strength in the muscle is less, and you just quickly started walking from the next day, and you see there is a disbalance, and you can have fall.
Yes.
So it is always wise to do all these exercises in guidance,
Yes,
or in a good supervision.
Yeah, before that, before going to the exercise in detail, we have one question here. Someone is asking us, can physiotherapy help in preventing osteoporosis? Yes, yes, definitely. Exercise are the best way. Physiotherapy is the best way to prevent your osteoporosis, to prevent your frequent falls. That we will tell you in the detail. What all exercises you should do at home. That will be telling you in the detail. Yes, definitely. Physiotherapy will help you.
So it's like some graded basic exercise to the next level of exercise. You can get those guidance of these things under a supervised physio exercise protocol.
So we'll be demonstrating the exercises.
I think Dr. We have one more question regarding, can I reverse osteoporosis? Dr. Can we reverse osteoporosis? I think yes, but not all of a sudden. It's like combination of all those things what we discussed. So we have to be very what you say. We have to be very careful with our diet pattern, whether we are taking adequate supplement.
Yes.
We have to be very careful with our exercise. What exercise we have to do? We will give demo of those just basic exercise, how we can do those exercise, and obviously with time it can improve your osteoporotic, or we can say the bone health. Okay.
Yeah, she has written what are the other sources other than your supplements. Yeah, there are, as we told you earlier, that before taking any supplements, If your vitamin D is very less, you need to consult a physician. He will tell you the details because there are the medicines. Vitamin D is there. It has a different dosage. It will depend on your bone density. So you definitely have a medicines, but it will be recommended by physician.
Yeah. So your physician will write you for your blood profile, and there you will check if the level is low. Then you will be taking those supplement, and then with these exercises you can add, and you can see there will be
Yes,
some improvement.
we have one more question. Are people with joint pain or more prone to osteoporosis? It is not compulsory that you have a joint pain and you will get osteoporosis. It is not compulsory, but however, yeah, if you have a joint pain, it is an indication of you have a arthritis, but not osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is totally different.
Yes.
So we'll be telling you the details about all the exercises. We'll tell you the exercise with the weights. We'll tell you the exercises, uh, weight bearing exercises, all in detail, and we'll tell you the some floor exercises. Can we start?
Yes. We have one more question. Okay.
We'll do it later. So first exercise is that is for your upper body. We'll see the for your upper body. Just
Okay. So what have to do?
wall push-ups.
Wall push-ups.
Yes, this is the first exercise. This will usually uh, help. This is the best exercise for your upper body. So what you need to do is first you can do all those exercises at home. So your back should be straight. This is called the wall push-ups, which you can do at home. Your back is supposed to be straight. Your tummy should be tucked in, and your neck should be straight. Because whatever you exercise do at home, it is very important for you guys to do the exercise with the proper posture. Because if you are not doing exercise with the proper posture, you are not firing the proper muscles. That means it's of no use. So make sure that whatever exercise you do, it should be with the proper posture. First exercise is wall push-ups. Your tummy should be in, your neck should be straight. Then you have to go forward, maintain, tuck your tummy in, come back, go front, and come back. This is the exercise one. Front, back. You can do 10 to 15 times. This is the exercise one. 10 to 15 repetitions. And second one is the wall slides. You will have. You can go close. So what you have to do is, can you go straight? Yes. Keep your back straight, tuck your tummy in, your neck should be straight. Then what you have to do is you have to slide down. Come down. Make sure that your knees should not cross your toes, and your knee should not cross your toes, and you should not come fully down. Tuck your tummy in, neck straight, and go down and come up. Down. 2, go up. 3. You can do this exercise for 10 times. Go up. 4. Go down. Good. 5. Go down. 6. Good. Next exercise is that is walking. As we said earlier, walking is the best exercise. But make sure that you maintain the proper posture while walking. Proper posture, maintaining proper posture, like you don't have to walk with a slouch back. Your back should be always straight, and you should look forward, and you should always walk on the, you should not walk on the uneven surfaces, because if you are osteoporotic, you have a higher chances that you will get a repeated fall. So make sure that wherever you walk, that surface should be plain and flat. It should not be uneven. Look straight, and you can walk, you can increase your walking accordingly. Start with the 5 minutes or 10 minutes, then up to go to 10, 20 and half an hour. 5 to 7 times a week.
So, doctor, is there any different variety of walk?
Yes,
That,
there is. You can do a side walking, that is you have to walk sideways. This is your side walking, and you can do one more, you can add on, that is the backward walking. So this is your backward walking. Make sure that your back should be straight. So yes, walking as a 3, you can walk straight, you can walk sideways, then you can walk backwards. Next is
so during the walk, we have to maintain the correct posture.
Yes.
And obviously,
it is very important for you to maintain the correct posture
and
as
our place
we
is
steadily. Yes.
Okay.
Another
so what
is
next exercise, Doctor?
marching.
Marching. So
Yes.
how we do that?
So marching may make sure see.
So can you, Doctor, can you make me do so that they can understand
Yes.
how we have to do?
See, this is a very easy exercise which you guys can do at home. So this simple marching, your back should be straight, your elbow should be down. Then you have to lift your hip up to the 90 degrees. Bring it up. Do it. Can you do it, Dr. Gautam? This one. Make sure one more thing is that your knees you should be straight in line. They should not be rotated either inside or outwards. Make sure when you do marching, your leg should be absolutely straight. Can you show? Very good.
So it is kind of.
And make sure that same time, so you don't have to walk with a slouch. You don't have to walk like this. We have seen people doing at the older age people usually how they do it. They just slouch and they do the marching. This is not the marching. Marching is usually for your hip muscles,
Yes.
front muscles. So make sure that your back should be, there should be no movement in the back. It should be fully straight. Can you show it once more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So we have to
9,
maintain the balance
10,
during the
yeah.
march. Okay. If somebody is with lack of balance, so would you advise holding
Yes.
something and then doing march?
Yes, if you have, because we know that with the age you may have that balance issue. So please, you should always hold the chair up. If you are at home, you can hold, can keep one hand with the wall and do all the exercise. You should not do, you should do with under some guidance. It is better to do with or hold chair you can hold.
So how should I hold sideways?
Yes.
Or this way?
Sideways, this.
This
one? Yes.
Okay. So I'm holding it here and then I'm doing the
Marching.
marching.
Yeah.
Okay. So here again I have to maintain my back straight.
Back
and
straight,
then-
shoulders braced, neck straight, tummy in, no slouching.
No,
Good.
sorry. So I should not do that.
Yeah. Next is that is step ups.
So this is all standing exercise.
Yeah, this is the standing exercise.
So what I have to do in this?
You have to come up.
Okay. So it's like one leg.
Yeah, one leg come up. Yes. Go down. Go back.
Okay.
With the same leg. Come up with the right leg. Come. Go back. Good. Come up. Again, you can do with the, if you don't have a balance issue, you can do without any assistance, you can do. But if you know that you have a balance issues, so please, there should be someone else. Make sure that someone else should be holding your hand, or else you can do one thing, you can keep chair and do it.
Okay. So I have to do. I mean, if somebody with lack of balance, do with the
Yes.
support.
Do with the support.
Okay.
You should always do with the support if you have a balancing issue.
Yeah.
So one more thing is hamstring curls.
So how to do that? Hamstring curl. That's why.
Hamstring curls you can do again, as Dr. Gautam said, if you have a balancing issue that you can do with the support, just hold with the chair. You don't have to do anything, posture will be the same, neck should be straight, back should be straight, he has to tuck his tummy in, then lift your leg. Good. Do it. Make sure that see this leg, this should not come front. This is the wrong way. We have seen the patients doing this way. This is totally wrong. We are targeting hamstring muscle. So what you have to do, this leg should be in alignment with the other leg. And now lift it up. This is the proper way to do your hamstring curls. Good. Do it 3, 4. And if you have a balancing issue, make sure that you are holding chair or something else. 3, 4. Your leg should not come front while lifting your knee. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So Doctor, suppose if somebody is doing on these exercise, whatever we discussed in standing, so during the exercise, if they feel some fatigue or some problem, So what number of repetition you will
Yes.
advise? Maybe
Good question. Yeah. You should, if you feel that you are fatigued, you are too tired, make sure that you do exercise, take some rest. And you don't have, it is not compulsory to do 20 or 30 repetitions. If you are tired, if you are feeling low, just do 4 or 5 repetitions, that is more than enough for you. Or if you feel any other, you feel like giddiness or any other complications you are feeling while doing exercise, make sure that you do proper rest, sit for some time, take rest, and again, then again you can start after taking rest for 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay, so that's it. Is there any more standing
Yes,
exercise?
there is one more
The
exercise
basic
that is,
exercise that our viewers
yeah,
can
we'll say a few more exercises for your lower legs. After that, we'll be telling your upper leg with the weights. One more exercise is that is heel and toe raises. Can you?
Okay, so heel and toe raises. How
Yes.
to do that? I mean, like
Heel
forward,
raises,
backward.
yes, your back should be again. Heel
Okay,
raises.
so
Heel raises,
it
yes.
should be in the same
Yeah.
same line.
Your both the see make sure that your both the feet they should not be front or back. This is the wrong way. Make sure that they should be in alignment. Both the knees, and then you don't have you just have to lift, come up, go down. Can you show Dr. Gautam?
Okay, so I should do it with the support to.
Yes.
So I'm taking support and now I'm just lifting.
One, go down.
Do
Two,
it this way.
very good. Two, come up. Three, 4, 5.
And 5. Okay. So this is the okay. I did this.
One more exercise is that which you can do in the sitting. That is sitting knee extension.
Can we do any other exercise for the toes also, Doctor? Because that is, I think, toe raise. Same like heel raise, we can do toe raise with the support.
Yes.
So you have to just put all the pressure on your heel, just lifting your toes,
Maintaining proper posture, back straight, without slouching. Good. This is
this.
toe raised. Good.
Okay.
One more exercise is there. That is knee extension exercises.
Knee extension.
Yes.
So what is knee extension?
That is for your you have to this exercise is usually for your knees, for your quadriceps muscles. So what you do, you can do this exercise at home. Make sure that while doing this exercise, your back should be fully straight. Okay. Maintain the proper posture, no slouching, back straight, and then you have to do what you have to do is you have to lift your knee up with the toes. You have to push your toes up. Okay. Go back, lift it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go down, lift it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, lift it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the best exercise for your knee, which you can do at home.
So this exercise will help in my knee problem
Yes.
also?
Knee. This exercise will help you in knee pain also. If you have a knee pain, this is the best exercise which you can do at home. So next we'll go with the exercise resisted training. You can say the exercise with the weights. Usually it is not only weights. You can use therabands. You can use the weights. And one more thing is that resistive tubes you can use at home. So what we are showing here is we will show you the exercises. We will show the exercise with the weights.
Okay, so we need weights of this is the dumbbell.
This is the dumbbell weights which you can do.
So that's how much weight is this? I mean, in kgs or
actually your physical therapist will recommend whether you have to do free weights. Initially you may have to do free weights. After that your doctor he will tell you to do with a half kg. Then he will progress to the up kgs, 1 kg. Then he can even progress to 2 kgs. But make sure that you should not directly go and lift 3 or 4 kgs. That may harm your muscles. So we'll be showing the exercise with 1 kg. Okay. So first exercise is that is called biceps curls.
Biceps curls. So how do you do this in sitting or
you can do you can start doing with the in sitting posture. Okay. Once then you can come to the standing. So what you have to do is, again, your back should be straight, your neck should be straight, your shoulder should be braced and not slouching forward, and then lift it.
So I have to do both together?
Yes,
or-
both together. You can do either ways, either one by one or both together.
Okay.
So we advise you to do both exercises together. One exercise together. Bend
This way.
two. For your both arms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Next is exercise for your triceps. You can do again either for your both together or one by one. So we'll show you the one by one. For your first, you can do with the right.
Okay.
So what you have to do is you have to extend this, then you have to lift.
Okay. So after
One.
like this way.
Make sure that you are not tilting your, while doing this exercise, you are not tilting your
Not tilting.
sideways. Make sure you have your back is fully straight. Then you have to lift. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Okay. Now the same exercises. Once you are done with the once you are done the sitting and you don't have any balance issue, you can come the standing. Same exercises you can do the standing also.
Okay. So in the standing.
Same way, maintain proper posture. Keep your legs properly. Maintain your base of support properly.
So what should be my base of support also, if you can guide?
Yes. It should be in line. Your knees and your toes should be in line with the hip. It should not be too far. This is the wrong posture. Can you show this, Dr. Gautam? Can you keep it? See, we have seen the people doing exercise this way. This is totally wrong. Can you bring it back? This is the normal posture. Very good.
Okay, so
Can you do
this should be the posture for
Yes.
standing and
Same time, tuck your tummy, back straight, shoulders braced, neck straight, and do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same way for the triceps. And we'll add on some more exercises that is for your shoulder joint. It's called flexion and abduction exercises. Before that, we'll be telling you tricep standing exercise. This 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we'll be telling few more exercises with the weights. That is for shoulder joint.
Okay,
So what you have to do is this way. This fine. This. So make sure. So what you have to do is you have to lift your arms sideways. But while lifting, we have seen people. So how they lift it? They lift it with the rounded shoulders, and they lift with the they put this neck up. They will shrug their shoulders. You don't have to do that. Little bit of bracing. Maintain the posture. Neck straight, back straight, and lift it up. Hold it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. Lift it up. Make sure that you are not using your neck muscles because this exercise is totally for your shoulder. So this is for your shoulder. Down. Not for your neck. So you don't have to shrug your shoulders up. Lift it up. Go down. Lift. One more exercise is there. That is the front exercise. Can you bring your do it this way?
So lift
Again, yeah. 1, lift it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. Lift it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. Lift it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. That is these two exercises will be for your shoulder joint, and 2 more exercises will be telling you for your wrist. Again, in the wrist also you can do in the sitting. First you start the sitting, then you come up the standing. Can you, Dr. Gautam, sit once? So what you can do is at home, you can keep one pillow and make sure that your again back and neck is straight. Okay. Try to
Okay.
up now. Bring your wrist up. Both you can do both at the same time. 3, 4, 5. Without slouching your back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again this way.
This now
Yeah,
you
left. You have to lift upwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So these were the exercises with the weights. Now we'll tell some floor exercises. Okay. So Dr. Gautam will demonstrate now the floor exercises.
Okay, so please lie on this. So basically the floor exercises are the mat exercises also you can say. These exercises can also be done in the beginning or just starting of you can say before you start any standing exercises because these are the safest exercise you can do on your bed, on the mat, on the floor. Okay, so we just see what are the few basic exercise that we can do here and that can bring improvement. Okay, so let's see. Our first exercise that we start with, let's say it is SLR. SLR here means straight leg raise. Okay, so SLR. Let's see how we do SLR exercise in lying position. So when you are lying down straight like this, you have to lift any one leg straight up. So that's it. You lift straight up. So how much you have to lift this leg? There is a this thing. So suppose you don't have to go straight till 90 degree. Just lifting 45 to 60 degree. Hold there for let's say 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take it down. So when you are lifting this, also you have to be very careful that you are activating some core muscles, which is very important because hip is stabilized by this area, this muscles. So you have to pull your core, tuck your tummy, and then you will be lifting again. Will you lift again? Yeah, you can see the core is activated and the leg is lifting. So you hold it for let's say 5 count and then take it down. So same we can do it to other side also. So that was the front way. Now this is the side way SLR. In the side way SLR, you have to be very sure with the correct mechanics, how the correct alignment is there. Any exercise is only effective when there is a correct form. The correct form you have to maintain. So here the correct form is whole body in a straight line. It should not be knees bent and your body torso is bending forward or hip is rotated, tilted like this. So it should be whole in a straight line. So you can see torso also straight. Yes. Now can you lift this straight up? So you have to lift just halfway there. So the alignment is lifting this same alignment there. It should not be forward or backward. The same alignment there. Hold it till the count of 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put it down. Again, when you are lifting, you have to pull your core in and then you are lifting straight up. Can you lift again? Yes. Hold it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice. So this is the second SLR. The third one in this only, I'll just show you. You have to bend this upper leg forward there. So you have bent the upper leg forward there. You are bending with your knee and your knee is resting there. You can use a pillow to underneath just to make you comfortable. Then this straight, this leg, and then you can lift this straight leg upward. So can you lift this one? So you can see you are lifting just a little bit of hip height. Just hold it so that these muscles can be activated. So now hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, take it down. Now this is was the third. Now the fourth one. The last. There are 4 SLR.
Can you demonstrate with him facing towards the camera?
Okay. So let's do this one first. Okay. So in the face down SLR, what we do is like you are lying down in a face down position like this. Either you can lie down with head turned to one side, or you can just place your both hand like this. Yeah, in this way also you can do. So now maintaining whole body in a straight line. Now you can lift this leg straight up. You can see This is lifting up, and these muscles, hip muscles, are activated and firing. So again, can you lift? Yes. Right? Now take it down. Now lift this side. Yeah. You can see when he is lifting, he is not tilting. When you are tilting, it is wrong. So don't tilt. Just maintain this normal, comfortable range so that this muscle can be activated. Okay. That's why we show this side also. Can you turn this side facing the camera? Sideline facing the camera. Yes. So this is the fourth way. In this one again, I just show whole body in a straight line, your shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle in a straight line. You can also take like alignment actually with your hand, whether it is your head pointing to your ankle or not. This way. So when it is forward, you can connect with this. There. Now, so when you lift this straight up, so when you are lifting this straight up, you have to pull your tummy in, activate the core muscles there, hold it for 5 count, and then take it down. So again for the lower leg, you have to bend this forward, straighten this, maintain this knee straight position. Knee should not be bent, and then you have to lift this leg straight up. Okay. Yeah. Can you lift that one? Yeah. So suppose when you are doing these exercises, you are doing from let's say 2-3 weeks, and you feel comfortable. So the progression, what you can do is these exercises with the ankle weights. Some anything ankle weights, you can start with just half kg of ankle weights, gradually progress to 1 kg. You have to just tie this half kg of ankle weights there, or anything half kg which you can tie there on the ankle, and then you can do this. Yeah. So all exercise same, you have to just add it with the weights so that your muscles and the joints can be strengthened more. Yes. Correct. Okay, so now we just see the next exercise what we can do in the lying position. Okay, so it's a exercise for your spinal area, torso area. We also call it technically spinal extension, where what you have to do, you can do it with initially you can try without a pillow if you can. Otherwise, you can use a pillow, where you have to lift your head and shoulder off this bed or off the floor. Yeah, that's it, and then take it down. So you can say the moment you lift, these muscles are working, which are very required when you are standing and doing the exercise so that you don't slouch. So again, you are strengthening these muscles for this with this way of spinal extension. You can also do this in an easy way. You can place this on your tummy. So we have just placed one pillow there on the tummy area, and then we can ask to lift. So it becomes a little easy to lift this movement. Correct. Or you can't lift this. So what you have to do, you have to just place your hand there, and you just do it like this way. Take it down. Good. And lift again. Yes. So this is kind of assisted, very basic when you're having some problem or with the joints and all. So very basic, very safe exercise where you can do to strengthen your back muscles there. Okay, doctor, can we turn the case? So one again exercise that I show you, I said we discussed regarding SLR, then there is a spinal extension exercise where you are straightening your spine. Now this is called bridging exercise, where what we do is like when you are lying down, you have to bend your knee like this, not too far or not too close. It is in between. The technical angle is 90 degrees, it should form. So, okay, now when you lift your waist up, so maintaining this both equal pressure on the both ankle, and then you have to lift your waist upward and make sure your core is engaged. So, with this, yes. Okay. So you can see the core is engaged so that ribs are not flaring out. Now in this way, and you can also prevent the tilting of the back. So waist, if it is tilting to one side, you have to correct it. It should not tilt. It should be in a straight line. and then gradually you have to raise it down. Can you repeat again? So core engage, you can do it like 5 count hold, and then slowly you can take it down. Okay, so, yeah.
You can fall.
Okay. So now next exercise, what we can discuss, Dr.
That as we said earlier that usually osteoporosis is the age related. So usually there are people they have frequent falls. Yes, there are the exercises because if you have a osteoporosis and you have a fall, you have a chances of getting more fractures. So just to prevent that, you have some exercises which are called the balance training or balancing exercises.
Okay, so this is very interesting. So how to improve your balance so that you can prevent your fall. Okay, so how to do this, Dr. What we have to do?
So this is the balance board actually. You can progress to this on the lateral stages. Before that, you can do all the exercises on the plane surface. So what you have to do is you can stand on one leg.
Okay, so just
Then
balance your
maintain
body.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can stand, lift your leg 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe try to maintain the balance. And one more thing is that what you can do is the same in the standing. You can reduce your base of support. You can bring your both the knees close, and so that you and make sure that and try to maintain your balance. And one more thing is that is called tandem walking. So what you can do is you can keep your arms straight, then you have to walk in the one line. Your toe and heel should touch each other. Go.
So this is dynamic balancing. So
This is the balancing which you can do at home. And then you can progress this exercise. You can progress on that is called balance board. So you can do same exercise on balance board also. So what you have to do same exercise because this is little uneven surface. So this will be the progression for you. So what you do is you can just initially it will be difficult for you to maintain the balance on the balance board or you can say uneven surfaces. So what you do is you can do with the support. So what you do is you come onto it and then you hold chair or you support or your physical therapist will be next to you, will be holding you, and then you have to try to maintain the balance and then slowly then you can leave the chair and stand on the one leg.
So slowly without support. Okay, so initially, as Dr. Sohail mentioned, we have to start with the balancing exercise, start on a plane surface in a safe zone with
Yes.
the support, progress to the unstable surface with support, then further progression without support. Make sure you do all these things under supervision or guidance or safety because it, there can be a fall during this
So
training.
we'll go
Okay.
to the some questions. We'll see.
There is a question that says regarding the question is what all measures a young individual should take to prevent osteoporosis in later life? Oh, that's a tough question.
Good question actually.
So, what all measures
Yes.
you think we can take?
So measures like you can have very well balanced diet from the starting out of your life. So if you are an athlete or you can maintain well balanced diet, you can do your exercises regularly, you can have a good nutrition. These are the things which you can do so that you should not have osteoporosis on the later part of your life.
So it's like
Anything
well
else?
balanced,
Yes.
diet, good
Supplements.
exercise, and injury
Healthy lifestyle.
healthy lifestyle. So these things will help us in our later life where the osteoporosis can be prevented.
Yes.
Okay, Doctor, we have one more question. Who all are more prone to osteoporosis?
Usually, as Dr. Gautam said, females are more prone because of that menopause. They are more prone to osteoporosis. Studies say it is not compulsory that only females will get osteoporosis, even the males get osteoporosis. But thing is that females are more prone. The ratio is more in females than males.
So there is, Doctor, there is one question that can I run on treadmill?
I have osteoporosis.
If I have osteoporosis. So would you recommend Doctor running if somebody is with osteoporosis?
See, if you are under the guidance of physical therapist, it will be better for you to run. We are not telling you not to run, but you have to reach to that stage. You have to reach to that progression. You cannot go directly and treadmill and run at the speed of 10 or 12. So usually if you go to the physical therapist, he will make you walk first, then he will make you jog, then he will make you run. If you have osteoporosis, we are not telling you not to run, but it should be you can run, but under the guidance of physical therapist.
Okay,
Yes.
so Doctor, there is one more question. Are these exercises what we have demonstrated today exclusively for osteoporosis, or it can be applicable for other problems too?
There are, yes, those exercises you can, uh, yes,
So anyone can do these exercises?
anyone can do those exercises, but as we said, we have mentioned the balance training that will be more beneficial for osteoporotic patients. But those exercises, yes, definitely these are recommended for osteoporosis. But you have any other joint pains, like you have arthritis, those exercises can be helpful for you.
So these exercises are the general guidelines where you can do these exercises and improve your bone health. Otherwise, there are obviously each and
Yes.
every individual is subjective. You can have a design protocol exercise where you do and you can bring accelerated.
Yes. We recommend
improvement.
you to consult a physiotherapist because it is not. We have just told you the general exercises. There are advanced exercises which are particularly for osteoporosis. On the lateral stages, you may have to do those exercises. So it is better. Definitely, you can do those exercises, but with the time, you should. It would be better because if you consult a physical therapist, he will tell you the particular exercise for your osteoporosis.
Doctor, we have one more question. Osteoporosis is often come along with the pain. So what to do? So if somebody is having pain and there is osteoporosis also, so what you recommend? First, we should go with the pain relief, and then
Yes. Usually, initially, you won't be having any pain. Suddenly, you will get fracture, and the doctor will tell you to go do the X-ray or do the other investigations. Then they will see that you have osteoporosis. It is not compulsory, but yes, if you have a pain and you are diagnosed with the osteoporosis, so that is what we said. You should recommend you should go to the physiotherapist. He will tell you. He will do some techniques. He will use some modalities to control your pain first. Once your pain is controlled, then he may recommend you the exercises to control your osteoporosis. Anything else? Any other question?
so there is one question from one of our viewers. She has asked, "Sir, can osteoporosis be reversed?" Again, the same similar question. So if you are taking good, well-balanced diet or supplement or you are following the guidelines, yes, it can be reversed or better I say, it can from the T scoring of -2.5, you can progress to -1 side, but it takes time and it takes constant approach and supervised thing. So there, I think in that way we can reverse it slowly.
Yes. So we have some questions on Facebook, also. We were taking the questions from Instagram. Can you see the questions on Facebook?
So the question is, hello doctor, can a person with osteoporosis allowed to do treadmill? Okay, but not initially. Later on, as Dr. already mentioned, first you have to reach that level. You have to be do all these things in the guidance. Not all of a sudden you are going to the treadmill walking or treadmill running. Walking also, my personal advice, you should avoid. Why? Because you are competing with the belt movement.
Yes.
And your bones are like already weak. It is porous, so you most likely you can get injured or you can fall or fracture. So further problem can
I
start.
have one more question.
So we have one more question that
what to do if I get pain in feet while running on treadmill.
So your question is, while running on treadmill, you get pain in your feet. So I think that's a assessment part we
Yes.
need to do. It is not directly linked with the. We need to.
We need
know
to take
your
proper assessment for
assessment.
that, proper
Yes.
foot assessment. It is not compulsory that you have a pain on feet because of osteoporosis. We have to
Yes.
take proper assessment for that. We have to see the detail, whether it is a bony pain or it is a muscular or it is a tendon or it is a muscle pain. For that, we need to take a detailed assessment and tell you whether you have a pain because of osteoporosis or any other issue. It is advisable for you to consult a physical therapist so that he takes proper assessment and tell you accordingly.
So I think we are getting lots of questions, but we are running out of time. Any last few things you would like to advise for do's and don'ts for our viewer and for our listener?
Yes,
For the
so we
osteoporosis.
recommend you to have a very good, well balanced diet, do regular exercises, and have a very good, healthy lifestyle. Do proper exercise at home and well balanced diet.
Okay, so you have to, as Dr. Sohail already mentioned, you have to take care of your diet, good
There
balance,
should be
well-balanced
no
diet.
sedentary lifestyle.
Yeah, and you have to be active.
Very active.
Lifestyle. So when you are active, obviously your bone is active. Otherwise, your bone sedentary lifestyle is also linked with the osteoporosis.
Osteoporosis, yes.
Yes. So your bones will become porous. So live active lifestyle and take care of your supplements or the well-balanced diet and be happy. I think
Yes.
that's the
Better
thing
way.
which is required. Okay.
So more, if you have any queries, you can call us
or you can drop us the message
on
there.
the Facebook.
We will reply that.
So we'll definitely reply. So
okay,
So,
I think so.
I
Dr.
think
Said,
it's
it
a
is
time
time to we have to log out. So thank you
thank
for
you everyone. Thank you all.
thank you for connecting with us. Thank you for learning all these through these session. Thank you for all these things, all the questions. Keep connected. We will come with more new session or
Thank
more
you
new
all.
topics. Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
for watching us. Thank you.